Hello, wonderful fourth graders. I hope you guys are doing great and having a wonderful day. Yesterday, you talked with Miss Albrecht about linear and nonlinear structures of a story. Okay, so those are very popular ones that you're going to see. However, today I'm going to talk to you about a new way to structure a story, and that is going to be a circular plot structure. Okay, so what in the world is a circular plot structure? Well, pretty simple. It's a way to structure a story or a way to write a story where the characters end up in the same place at the end of the story that they are at the beginning. So you want to think of circle. It kind of makes sense, a circular plot structure. At the beginning, they're somewhere, and then at the end, they find themselves in the exact same situation or scenario. So let's take a look at what that might look like. Okay, here's just kind of a little picture I added in there. So you have the beginning, it starts, and then it comes around again, and then they're in that same situation. Notice this is a circle. All right, so let's look at an example. And we're going to read the story. Hint, hint, it is a circular plot structure. It's circular, or it's structured in that way. And it's called Why Not to Kill a Fly. All right, so I'm going to read it, and I want you guys to just read and follow along with me. One hot summer day, a fly unknowingly landed on the nose of a bear to take a rest. The bear, awakened from a nap, started to swat his big paw at the fly. The fly begged the bear not to kill him and told him it was bad luck to kill a fly. The bear thought about it for a second and then swatted the fly to the ground and went back to sleep. Later, after a long nap, the bear went to a lake for a drink of water. When he took a drink, he was bit on the nose by a crawdad. He screamed in pain and swam into the water to relieve the pain. Coming out of the water, the bear saw some honey in a tree. He climbed the tree to get the honey, but a limb broke and he tumbled down to the ground, hitting his head and hurting his leg. Oh man, he's been in a lot of pain. I wonder if it was that bad luck from killing the fly. Let's keep reading. Realizing that he was having the bad day the fly had promised, he decided to go back to the cave and relax. However, before he got back to his cave, it began to rain. By the time he reached his cave, he was wet and his cave was flooded. When the rain stopped, the bear laid down and closed his eyes. The next morning, he opened his eyes and there was a fly on his nose. The fly begged him not to kill him, but the bear swatted him away anyways. Okay, so that was our circular story. Okay, so let's think about, how does the beginning circle back around to the end? All right, well, I have this super cool graphic here with added some arrows here. So let's go back to the beginning. Remember, we have the bear, and here we have a fly who lands on the nose. Okay, the bear's taking a rest, and he ends up swatting the fly away. He does it even though he has bad luck. Okay, and then here at the end, what do you know? There's a fly that lands on his nose again, and what does he do? He swats it away again. So it circled back to the same scenario from the beginning, circled back there at the end. All right, so here's I went ahead and how we do this graphic organizer kind of things in class. Well, I went ahead and put that in. We have the beginning. So I have at the beginning of the story, the bear swats the fly, even though it was bad luck. And then we have some events that lead to our ending. Okay, I said, next, he went to the lake and got bit by a crawdad. Shucks. Next, he climbed the honey tree and fell to the ground. Then he went back to his cave and it began to flood. He was having such bad luck. And then lastly, at the end of the story, a fly lands on him again and he swats it away. So, right, we have the same event at the end that we do at the beginning. That's what we call a circular plot structure. Pretty simple. Oh, I wanted to throw these on here because I know these are super popular. In fact, Miss Pergram and her family dressed up as these characters for Halloween. But if you've read any of these awesome books, they all have that circular plot structure, right? Like if you give a mouse a cookie, that starts at the beginning and then there at the end, remember he's going to want that cookie again. And it's like it circles around. So I know many of you guys have read these stories. So I kind of wanted to give you guys that other example of a story that you might see that uses a circular plot structure. All right. I put the slide on here again because you might see it in your exit slip. Hint, hint, hint. You might want to read this a couple times. Get ready. Okay, so what is a circular plot structure? Remember, it is a way to structure a story. So a way you organize a story where the characters end up at the same place at the end of the story that they are at the beginning. Okay, I'll read that one more time. It's a way to structure a story where the characters end up at the same place at the end of the story that they are at the beginning. And that, my friends, is a circular plot structure. All right, go ahead. Now that you've watched this video, I want you to go to your Google Classroom question. That's your exit slip from today. You're going to answer that question in Google Classroom where you're going to tell your teacher what a circular plot structure is. And you're going to say, oh, Miss Hutchins taught us this so well. And you'll be able to type it all up and have a great answer there. All right, so circular plot structure. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Bye.